Never forget your parents. Never dishonor your parents. Never disrespect your parents. Do not harbor hate for your parents. Trust me, it is not safe. Trust me, it is one of the worst things that you can ever do. But one of the best value that you can harness in this life is to respect and honor your parents and obey them in right moral values. And if you may, just hear these few words of mine. You see, I grew up, a lot of times with my mother, spent quite a lot of times with my dad as well. But I grew loving my mother, but have this strong resentment for my father. Because I never thought that he loved me enough. I thought that he went the extra mile for my other siblings and how he would do it to me. And so I grew that strong resentment for him. I grew seeing other men of stature, wanting them to be my father instead of him. There were times when, of course, I wished that someone else was my dad and not him. But I'm saying that this is not the best quality. This is not the best mindset for anyone who lives. And so as I grew, this resentment grew more for my father. And I place my attention, I place my love, my affection for other people instead of him. And in the process of time, when I, was separated from him and spent my time around those who I honor, spent my time around those who I looked up to, spent my time around those who I loved. But then this time came when I was asked to leave their presence. And I must say that, yes, it is heartbreaking to speak about this. But it is so that someone out there may hear these words and ensure that we honor and we respect our parents. Things went real messy with me, because not that I was following company, but the weaknesses that was in me, it caused me to do a lot of things that weren't right. My foundation was wrong, my mindset was wrong, and I was asked to leave those people that I loved, those people that I honor, those people that I adored. And there I was left on my face. And for a short period of a time before that, I shut out my mother. And when I was asked to leave, there I was. Where to go, what to do. And it is the same father that I rejected. It is the same father that I resented. It is the same father that I hated. Had to take me back in his arms. When I was left alone, when I was asked to excuse those who I loved and adored, when I didn't know what to do, it was him that took me up so that I could have a place to sleep, so that I could have a place to call my home. A father will always be a father. A mother will always be a mother. And like I said, I had shut out my mother for a short period during that time. But it is her that took me up. It is her that was there encouraging me in tears, in my sorrow, in my sadness, in my loneliness. She was there. A mother will always be a mother. My mother taught me. My mother was the one who gave me that earnest desire to know that righteousness and purity is very important. Serving the Most High in spirit and truth were values that my mother instilled in me from a tender age. And now I grew, may not be so qualified to be out there working in the system, to be an accountant or a police or a soldier or, a doctor or a lawyer. But my daddy was the one from a tender age who taught me a trade. And I didn't want it, maybe because it came from him. But he kept on giving it to me. He kept on giving it to me. He kept on giving it to me. And now, the reason I'm able to survive financially, it is because of that skill that he gave to me. Do not forget your parents. Do not disrespect your parents. Do not dishonor your parents. For when all are gone, they'll still be there to help you, to guide you along the way. And never forget the fact that the Heavenly Father says when you honor your parents, when you obey them in righteousness, when you respect them, then guess what? Long life is guaranteed unto you. They don't have to be perfect, because I lived my life looking at my father's imperfections. But you know what? All of his imperfections were reflected on me because I had all of them. And because I focused on his imperfections, which result in me not loving him, which result in me not caring for him as I ought to, then I grew, perfecting also those imperfections in my life. And so, when you live your life breaking down others, trust me, you are breaking down yourself. When you live your life disrespecting your parents, dishonoring your parents, choosing others over your parents, then you have just shortened your lifespan. And I live doing my best to perfect this, to live in this forgiveness, as I do ask for forgiveness. Do not forget your parents. Do not dishonor your parents. Love them, respect them, honor them, care for them. They don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be how you want them. But sometimes it is the love that we give to them that will allow them to turn, that will allow them to be what they ought to be. Because our parents, a lot of them, they did not receive that love. They did not receive what they needed when they were tender. So we can be that change. We can be that difference that they need in order to allow their latter years to be greater than their former years. Love your parents. Honor your parents. Respect them. Take care of them. And long life is guaranteed unto you.